Hello, welcome to Magnificent Mogul. Today I have with me the lovely Miss Denita Lacking-Quinn. She is the president of Achieve PR, founder of DFW Black Bloggers, and also the founder of the Golden Circle. We're going to talk about all three of them today. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. So, Ms. Denita, welcome. Thank you so much for being a part of Magnificent Mogul.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm excited.
I'm so glad. I've been seeing you on Facebook. We've been Facebook friends for a while, and we're finally meeting each other in the flesh. So I'm excited about it.
Yes, I love making Facebook connections, and you were awesome.
Thank you.
I follow you too. Follow your multiple pages.
Well, I'm trying to follow in your footsteps because you're all over the place, but I love it. So, I'm going to just jump right into the questions that I have for you. Mm-hmm. First of all, I want to talk to you about Achieve PR. Tell us about that business that you have. It's public relations, right?
Yes, Achieve PR is my baby.
Okay.
I've had it for going on 17 years.
Oh, wow.
I started it my senior year in high school.
Okay.
Go Kimball Knights. And it's been a love, of mine, and I love PR. I love the evolving terms of PR.
Okay.
Adding a core media relations. We do a lot of community engagement. Now we have social media management too.
Wow.
So we're just finding things to keep a new approach, and I love our clients because they're very diverse, and we're one of the few PR firms that represent 5 different industries.
Oh, wow. Okay, so tell us about your clientele. Who are the clients that you primarily focus on? Do you have a target when it comes to your PR clients?
Well, I love doing nonprofit clients. We do have some that are in entertainment. So like DJ Spinderella is our client.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We work with her on a regular basis. Love doing her photo shoots and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I bet she's fun.
She is a lot of fun. But then we also have the Dallas Black Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
We work with the Regional Hispanic Contractors Association when they do their Luna Awards every year.
Excellent.
So it's a whole lot of fun, but it's just different. Everything is different. Everything has a new vibe to it.
Yeah.
But I love branching and making those strategic alliances between small business owners and corporate engagement pieces.
Wow, that's a very broad range of characters. What made you focus on PR? Have you always liked PR?
Well, when I was in high school, it's funny enough, I worked for an organization called the Elite News. It's like an old Dallas church and community newspaper.
Okay.
That was like my first little push into communications. And the owner there, he kind of said, "You'll be our multimedia consultant." So I ghost wrote a couple of articles, ghost wrote a couple of sports articles.
Yeah.
I'm a big sports fan.
Okay.
So that was a lot of fun. But then he said the more and more I was getting the push as far as writing, consulting, working with Roland out and Kim Floyd back in the beginning.
Oh my goodness.
He said, "I need you to start your own firm. Like you get a little bit too big. Elite News doesn't do this." So he walked me down to the county clerk's offices, and Achieve PR was born. That's pretty much it.
That's excellent. I'm glad that I met you because, PR is one of those fields that here in Dallas, I think is sort of underutilized, but it seems like you're making waves in PR in Dallas. Places like New York and LA and, Miami, they seem to just get it. What are your sentiments on that?
Well, I think, in Dallas, you have some people who use PR as a pop-up industry that they just want to get into.
Yeah.
I have to tell people constantly, PR does not stand for press release. We do not pump out press releases every 5 minutes. It's a lot of back-end work that goes to what we do. It's building relationships with news channels.
Yes.
Understanding what the roles of the producers and the assignment editors are. Okay. Understanding what their needs are. Now it's an issue of we have to educate our clients. So that's one of our missions with Achieve PR is to evaluate, educate, and elevate what our clients know and need.
Excellent.
We have to tell them, hey, you have this event. This is what quantifies into print. This is how we utilize this in media. We may have to change some of the media pitches to meet that area. And then the producers are being more vocal with us about saying, hey, send me a press piece on this. And that's what we do with the American Diabetes Association.
Okay.
We send them pitches on what the ADA is doing on a regular basis.
Excellent.
Where we're having the walk. That's how you utilize PR.
That's amazing.
You don't just keep sending them random stuff over and over again and just hope something sticks.
That's right.
You have to go through an editorial calendar, see what Essence needs for 6 months out.
Right.
When they're going to be pushing their article on health, or when they're going to be pushing their next app. Then you start sending them, this is what we have for tech apps. This is what we have going on. And then if they want it, they'll call you and let you know,
You automatically have my endorsement for PR. That's amazing. You are the first person that I've actually talked to and just said exactly everything that I expected to hear when I think of a PR firm. Mm-hmm. So with that in mind, I know you have a lot of nonprofit clients like you just mentioned earlier, and PR is definitely one of those fields that you can use to galvanize the community and push the community forward. Is that kind of built into your business model when you're working with the nonprofit? So
there has to be a form of growth, especially for a nonprofit.
Yeah.
But we have to let them know that we have to get information up front. I'm really big on time. We've always had to, people come to you a month out of their event and say, I need PR.
All the time.
That is not how this works, you know. So we actually go in with the nonprofit from the beginning of their event, especially with like the Dallas Black Chamber. They have 5 events a year. So we talk to them about, okay, this is the PR cycle. 6 to 8 months out, these are my deadlines for when, where, what, and how.
Okay.
Let's identify potential sponsors up front. Let's go ahead and get you a concrete media outline or source available.
Excellent.
Create some partnership agreements so that way we won't have to worry about media the day of.
Right.
So that's how we kind of try to roll that out and keep it simple for them. But it's a lot of back work from us, a lot of PR because of shows like Love and Hip Hop and all that. People think PR people are in the videos in front of the camera. And I'm looking at them like, why are you doing interviews? Like, why are you in front of the camera?
Right.
Most good PR people, we're the ones that are behind the scenes. We're the ones that's making sure that you're sitting upright when you're having an interview, or that your clothes actually don't conflict with what's going to be behind you. We're doing that part. So I love being in the background. I love helping my clients, and when they have that little light bulb come on, and they go, oh, that's why she did that. I like that part of it.
I can tell.
Yeah, and every time our clients win, that's a win for us. We don't have to receive the trophy, but if we're a part of the reason why you got it, that's what makes it work for me.
That's amazing. So you think you found your love when it comes to PR?
I love PR. I'll never give it up.
Okay. Well, I could spend a lot more time with you when it comes to PR, but we only have a certain amount of time. We're going to continue this conversation. But I want to move into DFW Black Bloggers. Can you give us a pitch about that business that you have?
Oh, yes. I love our bloggers. So DFW Black Bloggers came about from going to a couple of blogging events in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Okay.
And you know how you get there and everybody's talking about hair and makeup and nails, and the hair and the makeup and the nails that they had. Yeah, my sisters and brothers are not wearing that.
Yeah.
And so I said, okay, we need to have our own outlet. We need to have our own push. And I'm all about creating anything that's a service industry.
Gotcha.
So DFW Black Bloggers is a free platform for African-American bloggers through Dallas, Fort Worth, and all of our mid-cities areas. If you have a blog, you have at least 3 good posts, a good headshot, a nice logo, we'll actually have you as our blogger ambassador. Because of the work that I do with Achieve PR, I get a lot of opportunities where people are saying, hey, we need bloggers. And from the PR side, I understand how more valuable bloggers are. Yeah. So I was already meeting bloggers through the PR firm, and I said, hey, what are your struggles? Well, I can't get on this platform, or I can't get in print, or I didn't get access to this movie screening. So that's what DFW Black Bloggers does. We send you a newsletter when we have when there are movie screenings. We send that out to our bloggers. All you have to do is confirm. We take care of the rest. You show up. We give you the hashtags. We give you the email addresses of the people that you need to meet, see, and we make it happen for you. Product endorsements, reviews, we want them all. So we put up your videos, all of that for you, free of charge. All we ask is after you go to the movie premiere, send us your review so we can upload it.
Got you. So you know what? I just had a light bulb moment. So it's totally integrated almost. You have it's 2 separate businesses, but because you're at the top of both of them, it seems like you're your converging efforts. Is that
right.
purposeful?
Using my resources
Yeah.
to help others. I mean, that was a lot. I hate going to events by myself.
Okay.
I hate going to events where I'm the only African American person there. I know
Yeah.
some people love to do. I
Right.
hate it. If I'm the only person there, you haven't done your due diligence of getting somebody like me
Yeah.
there. So
Diversity.
now I just make sure that I tell you. So when I go, I'm not the only person there. And most time than not, I already know you. So
Gotcha.
I got somebody to talk to. I'm creating my own seed.
Yeah.
But DFW Black Bloggers has been awesome. I've met some phenomenal bloggers that I would have never been able to meet without it. Marty Hunter is one.
Okay.
She has Bold Fashion Junkie. Love her. You
Yeah,
are a blogger
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Put your blog up. It was awesome.
I think that's how we initially met.
That's how
right?
we
Yeah,
initially
yeah.
met. And so all of those things have, I get calls from people saying, hey, I read this blog, I contacted this guy. There's one group that's doing like a Black Wall Street. He does I met him through one of his friends blogging.
Gotcha.
And so, like I said, it's just been able to be we've been able to be more creative,
Right.
reach people, create another tool for information.
Yes.
And then we have trade partnerships with the Dallas Weekly, the Dallas Examiner, and Be
Okay.
Great Magazine. So now our bloggers have the opportunity to get their name in print.
That's good. That's
Something that
really
they never
good.
thought that they would be able to do with just their online blog.
Yeah, that's really pushing the community forward.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about too, because it seems like blogging is sort of an art. And, some bloggers, they kind of have a hold on what they want to pitch and bring forth in their blog. Some of them just really kind of vent. Which way do you tend to push your bloggers? Because blogging, you can use it to really move
Right.
the community. Which
Right.
way do you?
Well, I think that I feel like, when you start your blog, you have to set your presence of what you want to do as far as
Okay.
your industry.
Okay.
You have either small business, you have relationship issues, you have social issues. We have a lot of fashion bloggers, of course, but I love those social issue pieces. So I give them a bigger push. I'm usually calling them, giving them some topics that are going on in the community that they can
Right.
go to.
Right.
And then try to help them find or curate their voice.
Okay.
Some of them, I edit a lot of blogs. Some people send me their blog just for me to edit them
Oh,
before
good.
we
Okay,
post.
so you're really hands-on.
Oh,
That's
I'm
good.
very hands-on because
Okay.
if your blog is written badly, if somebody comes on our site and they read it, they're going to like, okay, that's a prepositional verb, Denita. You should have
Right,
caught that.
right,
So that's
right.
an antagonistic statement. You should have caught that.
Okay.
I don't want to have those type of issues. And I want your blog to succeed.
Right.
So
Right.
if you're going to have an expanded reach, let's just do it right the first time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I want people to cover more social issues, and that's pretty much what our trade partners are looking for.
Okay.
The Dallas Examiner, I spoke with Miss Molly Bell, and she said, look, I need more op-ed pieces. I need
Okay.
people who actually have a position on politics, education,
Yes, yes.
family, relationships, health, finances. Tell me if you got some bloggers that can write for me on these subjects.
Right.
And
right.
I love that she even was able to say, this is what I need. Do you have any bloggers?
Yes, yeah.
And so I sent that out to her, and good, we got a great response back.
Okay.
And that's how we've been able to create even more trade partnerships like that.
That is excellent, Denita. That's really good. As I talk to you, you just seem like just a great emerging leader here in the Dallas community, and that's why I'm really excited to have you on board with Magnificent Mogul because of what I'm trying to do with this platform. So speaking of leadership, let's move into the conversation about the Golden Circle. So tell me about that business. Is that your nonprofit or?
The Golden Circle is not a nonprofit.
Okay.
The Golden Circle came about 2 years ago. A friend of mine, Celia Walker, and I, we did an event called Female Success Factor, where we awarded top 25 women in Dallas.
Oh, okay. Good.
And out of that, we had like a little small panelist discussion the day after. And we had about 8 panelists. And it was this feeling of it was this feeling of we need to love each other. We need
Right.
to support each other. We need to
Right.
get rid of that stigma that black women can't be together and be strong.
Yeah.
And Female Success Factor was actually formed from Rolling Out. So we couldn't really
Okay.
take that
Right,
and go anywhere with it.
Right.
So just a lot of prayer and you have those little dreams.
Uh-huh.
And I kept seeing this little gold circle And I was like, oh Lord, what does this mean?
Uh-huh.
You know, and so I started reading about the golden circle. It was a unified circle of love and strength. That's what it means.
I like that.
And so it just kind of all came about, and I didn't want it to be a nonprofit. So it's not a nonprofit.
Okay.
The reason why is because if you look at us as African Americans in Dallas, we do not endorse candidates. And you cannot endorse any political candidate
that is true.
Being a nonprofit.
That's amazing. Yeah,
so
that is true.
I wanted to make
thought
sure
it out.
I thought it out.
Yeah.
And then I called some friends of mine that were attorneys and said, okay, look, I like the value of being a 501c3, don't really want that, you know, because I want to be able to endorse candidates. So the Golden Circle came about, and then I started looking at other organizations that are in Dallas, like the Hispanic 100, the different sororities and fraternities. And I'm a member of Iota Phi Lambda Sorority Incorporated, which is a business sorority. And so even with it being a business sorority, they're a nonprofit. So they really can't endorse candidates or anything like that. So I said, okay, what am I going to do? So my mom told me, she said, look, write it down. Create a plan. You're a business person first. Create a PowerPoint. Do the research. So we started finding out that leaders in Dallas, African American women that are leaders, have been that niche that most corporate companies want. They just can't identify how to get to us.
Right.
So why not create an organization where they would automatically have a streamline to us by coming to us? So I had the first informational session in November. And I was praying the night before, and I said, Lord, if 3 people show up, we just don't go with 3 people.
Well, it only takes one to start.
Yeah, I was like, if 2 people show up, we're going to be the golden circle. We're going to be the cool white guy and the circle of 2 together.
Right.
And we had the event, and over 25 women were interested.
Oh, that's amazing.
And I was
yes.
But when we got there, you know, we cried together, we hugged each other. I found out that they had the same mindset that I did. They just didn't have a group to help galvanize that effort. Okay. And so we just, you know, it just started October of last year.
Oh, okay.
And we've already grown.
Oh, that's good.
We're having our first event on the 19th, which is the State of Black Women in Politics. And we've already gotten a great response. We have 2 Dallas ISD trustees that will be there, 2 state representatives, and a city councilwoman. Oh, wow. So I think that's just amazing.
It is. That's a really good response so quickly. So
that means that there was a gap. That means that there was a need for it. But we're not stopping with just that. You know, now we're endorsing candidates. We're identifying. We have our little group meet where we talk to each other on a regular basis. We empower each other. And one thing we don't do is we don't turn around and pat each other on the back. And so that's what we do openly. You know, on our Facebook page, every week you'll see where somebody's had a promotion or someone's doing career day at some school, or they're doing the Dr. Seuss read-in day, or they got a promotion at some volunteer program. We're doing all of that to support each other. We have really good. We have one city councilwoman that's a member of the Golden Circle. We have another one that's running to be a city councilwoman. It's just so amazing to see what they're doing. You know, and I tell them every day, I support you. And when I say that, I support you in my walk, I support you in my talk and my money. So you got me.
Yeah, well, you know, I like what you're doing, and like you said, there's a gap. Do you have any room for, I guess, reaching out to the younger community and the younger females that are coming up now, looking for people like yourself and looking for other women in the Golden Circle for that support so that they can be the leaders that you all have become?
Well, I'm glad that you asked that. Every year I take on interns. It's usually about 5 to 7 interns a year. I know that sounds like a lot, but either they come through the mayor's intern program that I work with or Texas Workforce. So I usually get them when they're either in high school or coming out of high school. Oh, good. Where they can still be molded a little bit. Right. And that's the time to start. Right. And so I'm looking at what your goals are. You know, I had 2 young ladies who worked for me last year. They're become like an extended family. They were young. They had children. But I told them, just because you work for me don't mean that we're not family. So I made it a point to be at their kids' birthday parties. I made sure I brought refreshments. I brought cake. I brought everything.
That's a good boss. I want a boss like you.
But I wanted to let them know, like, I'm investing in you, and I'm all in. One of them, she just happens to be a very good baker, and I told her, I said, look, I love what you do working for me, but you're a baker at heart. So last year, she took a step out on faith. I found a company. Now she's a baker. She's getting paid to bake it. I walked her down and got her DBA paid for it and said, this is my seed. I'm sowing it into you. And you're going to keep going. Now she's done cakes for judges, pastors, everything.
That's amazing.
And you can see that growth, though. You can see that sense of accomplishment and that sense of strength that can't nobody take away from her now because she's done it on her own.
But
I
bet that makes you feel good, too. It's almost like you're getting it because you helped her to get it.
It's that win. It's just that win because that's another girl who's not going and doing something detrimental to her health or to her body.
Yes.
And she has a little girl. So now it's not just sewing it into her, but now her daughter is going to see her start her own business. Mm-hmm. And eventually she may start her own business. It's just trying to push that positive effort. There are so many positive women. Jamila Thomas, Candace Quarles, all of them are like so many positive women. Some of them are older than me. Some of them are younger than I am. But it's like when I see them growing, I say, I can do better. There's something else I need to do that's better. And I'm always taking classes. Yeah. I'm always trying to educate myself first. So I just want to empower other people to do the same thing.
Well, Denita, let me tell you, you just after talking to you, I could spend like a whole other hour talking to you because you are the embodiment of everything that I think about when I came up with the brand Magnificent Mogul, because you've said about 3 things here today that I think every entrepreneur should have. But the thing that really sticks out to me is how you are developing yourself to spread it and to plant the seed to develop 50 other people behind you.
Right.
That's an excellent embodiment of entrepreneurialism. So I'm going to stop it there and lighten it up like I always do at the end of the interview. And I want people to get a sense of who Denita is when she's not boss lady. So tell us, Denita, who are you rocking in your iPod?
Oh my gosh! Well, right now it's Kendrick Lamar.
He's good.
Oh my gosh! This dude out unmasked, and I was like, we're not worthy. Oh my gosh! But I mean, I love lyricists. Like KRS-One.
Old school stuff. That's the best stuff.
If I'm on the treadmill, it's gotta be Wu-Tang Cream.
Okay.
It's some hood. So I mean,
Look, you can't be corporate all the time. We have to get some hood in.
You can't. I mean, and it's funny because there's one song that my mom she laughs at me about that I always have to have that gets me like really really crunk, and that's Oak Cliff. That's my hood. I know it sounds so cliche because I live in Oak Cliff and I love Oak Cliff, but I actually know some of the rappers in that song, so I'm just like, going at it. But I mean, I'm really like an old school fan, so Earth, Wind and Fire is always, in there. I think my kids know all the songs, all Frankie Beverly and Maze. That's got to be a must. Jasmine Sullivan too.
Oh yeah, I love Jasmine Sullivan.
But if you ever get a chance in life, there's 2 DJs. You need to let them make you a mixtape. Okay. One of them is Jay Clip. He's a DJ here, and the other one is Frances J. Just listen to Neo Soul Cafe.
Oh, and I know her, yeah.
She plays everything.
She's good, she's amazing, yeah.
So that's the only reason why I even downloaded an internet radio station on my phone was because of them too. So, they are the mixtape of my life.
Yeah, okay, good.
So I know I can get a little bit of anything with them.
Okay. Well, Denita, thank you so much for being a part of Magnificent Mogul. And I want you to tell everybody how they can reach you on social media.
I am Denita Quinn, APR on Twitter, but really everything is Achieve PR. I believe in consistent branding. So it's Achieve PR on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Google+, and LinkedIn.
Thank you so much, Denita.
Thank you for having me. You're awesome.